So welcome to our first episode here. This is Dave from Dave's Powder Coating. This is my coder Hannah. A few weeks ago I bought a welder because we need to make a new welding cart for this large project that we had in our shop. And then Hannah here came up to me and said, hey, I want to learn to all the things. She said, can you teach me to weld? I said, of course. So with thinking about it, I figured, well, why not document it? Because you know, always nice to learn new skills and teach people that it's really not that difficult. You just got to put the time in. So yeah, we're gonna start by going over the tools that we have, and then how we design a project, and then cutting and welding and powder coating it, so you see the whole process start to finish. So first step is learning the tools and the safety gear so that everything is done safe, properly. So let's start with safety glasses. Very necessary for grinding with a grinder or a chop saw. Gloves, because sparks are hot. It definitely hurts your hand if you get sparks. Welding pliers. So these grip the tip, because you have to change tips for wire size, cutting the wire, and this is for taking off the nozzle if you need it. Yep. Clamps, bigger clamps, combination square, so you can get 90 and 45s, tape measure for measurements, pen for marking them. Pliers, we've got flap discs, grinding discs, and thinner cutting discs. You remember how I showed you the chainsaw?
Yes.
Okay, let's see it. So, press the button up at the top.
I got really pressing.
Yep.
But I can't because I'm a weakling.
The other hand.
Hot. Take it off. Put it back on.
Yep. Nice and easy.
I just need the muscles.
Yep. We'll work on that. We got welding wire. Different size tips for the welder, so that way the wire is properly engaged. And that's it for that. So the next part of this is creating a design to go off of before you build anything. So like here we have a sketch that I have for a bench, and then you start adding in your dimensions. You can label out what you're cutting and how many pieces of that there are. And then we're going to get Hannah eventually. That is your page to sketch up this. You got the pencil. If you need or want a ruler,
Ooh.
you got a ruler.
Cool.
It does not have to be dimensionally accurate. It just, get the design on paper so that way we have something to go off of to build.
That makes sense.
Now, the one modification that we're going to make is we are getting I'm buying a TIG welder. So we need a spot for the TIG welder, a spot for the MIG welder, a drawer for all the supplies, and then side storage for the cables and the filler rod for the TIG welder. So these are the requirements. Your turn to fulfill them.
All right.
Quiet mouth, loud mind. My mouth stays shut, but my brain don't sleep. Voices in my head got me grinding my teeth. Every thought too raw, cut deep like a shank. If I spit what I'm thinking, they be dropping like rank. Buried all my demons, but they still scream loud. Silence in the air, but my mind's a whole crowd. Every unsaid word like a bullet in the clip. If I let them all loose, whole city getting hit. I keep my lips stitched tight, but the storm's breaking loose. If I ever aired it out, they'd be hanging from a noose. Ain't no peace in my skull, just a war with no truce. Got a graveyard of thoughts, everyone got abuse. Quiet mouth, loud mind, I don't say shit, but my brain stay moving like a full loaded clip. If you knew what I was thinking, you would dip quick. I keep it locked up tight, let it burn in the pit. Convos play out like a body on ice, rehearsing what I should've said, but I'm too damn nice. Could've lit the whole block if I let that shit ignite, but I bit my fucking tongue, let him slide out of sight. Mind running red like a murder scene pick. Every thought's like a hollow, they unloading real quick. I could kill him with a sentence, I don't need no stick, but I let the
Door opens from the other side, so the welder will go there.
The TIG welder's smaller, doesn't have a side that opens, so that's why it's underneath.
That makes sense. Okay.
I think we have a sketch.
I think, yeah, roughly. Rough sketch.
Yep.
Very rough.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is now where we start filling in dimensions.
Okay.
So that welder there is 12.5 inches wide. So this up here, this section needs to be at least 12 inches wide. So just write down 12. No, we're gonna write down 12, up here where the line is. That way we know that this section here between that line and that line is 12.
That one.
And that one is taller.
That makes sense. Do you have an eraser?
No,
or am I
just scribble it out. Cool. Okay, so the next part is that these tanks are 8 inches wide.
8 inches wide.
So in the middle of them, just write 8 inches. No, in the middle of each hole.
Oh.
This is why we're going over this.
Yeah, I'm an expert.
Okay, so the next one is that the height of the TIG welder is 15 inches. So on this side here, you're gonna write a 15. Now, I was thinking the drawer is probably going to be 10 inches, but you also need to account for the top and bottom of it. So I'm going to put 12 inches down here.
Okay.
So it's an inch either way. That's plenty of room for play. We can adjust what we need to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then the next part is that the welder's 24 inches long. Then that's another, we go probably 10. So right, 24 and a 10.
Okay.
And then 12 inches and 15 inches is 27 inches. So you can write along this back is 27.
Okay.
And then, probably an inch to either side and then 2 inches in the middle. That way we can form some sort of bracket to clamp them down so they don't fall over.
Okay, so like an inch, 2 inches?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 8 and 8, 16, plus 4 is 20. Yeah, so that's 20. And now we have our dimensions.
Sweet.
So the next part is figuring out what cuts we need and how many of them we need. So we've got, the bottom's going to be 34 inches. So 34, so if you want to write over here, I like to mark it by what it is. So for steel angle, I'll go angle, it's 2 by 2. Actually, maybe we should do one square tubing and then do the angle on the outside. So 1 by 1 square.
Okay.
Then we got 34. And then we've got both sides. So times 2.
Okay.
And then we've got 15, 7, 27. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got 27 times 6. And 12 from 20 is 8. So that's going to be 8 inches there. So 20 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we got 24, 24. So 1, 2, 3, 6, 24, 6. I think that is it.
Okay.
So now we're going to start laying out some steel, marking it, and cutting it.